Welcome one and all to the third Duel vlog. It's right now 9:37 p.m. and it is time to start up stage 2 of my second tournament. The round robin stage, aka stage 1, has just concluded. Technically concluded earlier this morning, but there were some issues that I had to deal with, and those have now been solved. So let's quickly go over what has happened in stage 1. If you remember, we started with 40 participants, and I divided them randomly into 8 groups of 5. They each dueled each other once, and the top 2 would move on to stage 2. Yeah. Here I have my challenge page, where I have tournaments A up to including H. Now here the topic looks a little different because I've updated it with a few little more info, because I already have the matchups right here. The matchups for round 1 of stage 2. The 16 decks that are still remaining. We have 2 Lightsworn decks remaining, 1 Spellbook, 1 Fire Fist, 1 Rockstun, 1 Fire King, 1 Photon Galaxy, 3 Dark World. Originally, there were 6 Dark World decks and a Dark World Exodia. 3 of them remain. 1 Merlantian, 1 Worm, 1 Madolche, 1 Six Samurai, 1 Jam, Slime Token, and 1 Zombie. All other 24 decks have been eliminated in the group stage. Now, good chance you're gonna ask, okay, how did you do? Well, I didn't start all too well. I lost my first match. I started with not that great hands, and my opponent started with great hands, and he was just able to, well, block any of my, like almost all of my moves in both games, and I just couldn't do very much, and I lost that one. Lost the second one, won the third one, which is good, and then I still had a chance if, because then I had a bye in round 4, round 5, I needed to beat Ashban Love, and then I needed Guilty Dawn, who hadn't won yet at the time, to beat She and the Samurai, who I lost to in round 1, to actually be able to advance. Because then, would I have beaten Ashban Love, we would both have 6 points, but since I beat Ashban Love, I would be ranked higher. But Shien beat me, so if Shien would win and get to 6 points, Shien would be ranked higher than me. So that's why I needed Guilty Dawn to win. Now, unfortunately, I didn't actually beat Ashban Love. I did have a great match with him. Lost 2-1. Great match. Thank you, Ashban Love, for that one. But yeah, unfortunately, I was knocked out. I ended up being 4th in my group because Shien the Samurai did beat Guilty Dawn. So it's a nice 12 point, 9 point, 6 point, 3 point, no points in our group. There were quite a lot of warnings handed out, like people either being inactive or using illegal deck list, but only 3 or 4 warnings were for illegal deck list. All others for inactivity. I can't exactly say I appreciate all of the inactivity that occurred. Some were just bad communication. They were kind of active, but there was just bad communication, so that's inactive as well. But yeah, I have given tips in the topic and even throughout the group stage, given tips and hints on how to provide your opponent and me with proper communication to not be considered inactive, so that even when you aren't able to actually get the match done, then you'd at least get like a draw and get 1 point instead of getting no points and you get on the warning list. Because if you get on the warning list twice, you're disqualified. And there were quite a lot of disqualifications, unfortunately. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of the 40 participants have been disqualified. 3 of them dropped due to various reasons, which is fine by me. Unfortunately, they had to go, but that happens. I'm okay with that. But I'm definitely not happy with the 10 people that had to be disqualified. Some were I'm more angry towards than others, although angry is not really the right word. It's just very unfortunate that I had to do it. But it is in the rules. I've written them very clearly, and if you just don't follow the rules, then I have to disqualify you. I'm sorry. And I do want to keep on going with my tournament and not extend every round by like 3-4 days, because I just don't want to do that. It's going to drag on. It's going to be very boring and annoying. So yeah, unfortunately that happened. Now about my friends, my Dutch friend Miles40, who I lost to in round 1 of my previous tournament, he got 4th place in Group A. He was in a group with Chakra, who was also in the previous tournament, and with Danny Boy 3, who is the defending champion, who also won his Danny won Group A. He won 3 times and then he tied once, making him the winner. Then Kaitso got 2nd place. Chakra got 3rd. Mouse40 got 4th, and then TS Green 5th. And for everyone who has been knocked out, like, I've had this list here of all decks that were used after round 1, but everyone that's been knocked out, I have put their decks here. I'm not going to name them all, but I'll just slowly show them in the video, and if you want to look at it yourself once again, I'll just put the link to the tournament topic in the description once again, just like in the last tournament, last duel vlog. And then I'll also have this page, the brackets for stage 2 of the tournament, up here so you can follow along with that. Now, 3 disqualifications in Group B, which is very unfortunate. One of them was very soon. This one was, I believe, like after round 4, and this one after round 5. Unfortunate, but it had to happen. Rules weren't followed, so unfortunate. 1 disqualification in Group C. Admin King Wolfie 2 got 3rd there. Group D, 1 disqualification. Nickel Palmer came out on top, and then New Dexy. In Group E, we have Lucian and Chorus 97. 2 disqualifications there, unfortunately. And then Group F, which is also one I've definitely been looking at, because 2 of my friends, SMB Gaming and Rise Up, were in there. Unfortunately, there were 2 disqualifications, but my friend SMB Gaming was able to make it into Stage 2 of the tournament, the single elimination, by getting 2nd place. And unfortunately, Rise Up wasn't able to get the top 2, but he did make 3rd place with his Gaga God deck. Now, Group G, there was 1 disqualification. The winner of that was Troller1998, and Herbivore got 2nd. Admin Paranite got 3rd with his Watt deck. And then, like, during the start of the tournament, it was looking a bit better for me because I got my first win before Paranite or King Wolfie did. But in the end, they got 3rd, and I end up 4th. In a way, they had an advantage because in their group there were disqualifications, and my group was one of the 2 groups where there were no disqualifications. And my group was, in that sense, a bit better, although I don't really want to brag about it because it's not really that much of an achievement. But my group did not have any warnings. It was just in the very final match that someone got a warning, but since that was the first warning, nothing happened there. But yeah, Group H, Yugzilla came out on top, Ashbound Love 2nd. Shien, with his 6 Samurai deck, got 3rd. I used Dark World Exodia. Someone did guess it right, because someone, I remember just when I posted the deck list, were like, do you use Dark World Exodia or the Jam Slime token deck? Well, one of the 2 was me, they thought. I used a lot of decks. I have 6 Samurai deck, a Lightsworn deck, a Dark Gold deck, I have a Hazy Flame deck, I have a Watt deck, I have an Agent deck, I have so many decks. But I went with Dark World Exodia for this one. Yeah, Guilty Dawn, Lightsworn then. And also the top 8 of this tournament, as stated somewhere here, yeah, over there, in the topic. The top 8 of this tournament will have their deck lists posted in this tournament topic at the end of the tournament, well, once they've been knocked out. So everyone who is now remaining, the top 16, who are, let's open the challenge page here again. These 16 duelists will need to win once more to reach the top 8 and then have their deck list revealed. Of course, if they lose, they can still reveal their deck lists themselves if they want. But I'll be revealing it in the tournament topic if they win once and then make it to top 8. Also, just like in the last tournament, the winner of the tournament will be featured in a duel video. Possibly, if I like one of their decks, I'll be using it as well. In one of my duel videos, just like I did with Miles 40 and Draco Titan in the previous one, but the winner will get a special duel video, just like Danny did with his Dragon Rulers from Tournament 1. Alright guys, that is the update for Tournament 2. This video is now the sign that Stage 2 has officially commenced. Everyone, start dueling now.